It's very hard to resist the urge to kind of walk up through this creek bottom because it's really something special. There's another view of Copperas Falls, and there's the waterfall. And this is just a prelude of what's to come. Friends, welcome back to the Bluegrass State one last time. This is the grand finale of our Red River Gorge adventures. We're excited to take you on a little trip deep into the Red River Gorge and an off-trail adventure. Now, this is supposedly a very popular off-trail adventure, so we might see some other people. But yeah, other than that, I mean, we're going to be using kind of the All Trails app to guide us to this specific location. Should be an awesome one. Really excited to share it with you. We're just getting the kids and stuff ready. We'll be out of here in just a few seconds and on our way back to the Red River Gorge from, this is Natural Bridge State Resort Park where we're camped at. Despite some troubles with the campsite, this has been a good time here. And but yeah, it's gonna get hot, so let's get going. So this is a extremely popular area, especially on a Saturday like today. As you can see, all the parking spots right here are pretty well filled, and they do want you to only park on pavement in paved areas designated on the sides of the road and no place else. If you are late and you don't get a parking spot, well then you're out of luck, I guess. Just on the other side of the creek bank here. I'm not positive you'll be able to see it, but there's a campsite and a really pretty one at that. A group of people just walking out of here carrying all their camping gear, so I assume that they were camped there. Now I believe you do need a backcountry camping permit, probably on recreation.gov, I'd imagine. And once you have that, you can camp back here. And I think they kind of pay attention to what vehicles are parked in certain places overnight and things like that. I think you have to have your permit displayed. I read on a different sign, so just be wary of whatever permits you need. But how cool would it be to camp over there for the night, and you'd have this beautiful waterfall just up here, probably all to yourselves in the early morning and late evening. So just below us here, there's an immense flow of water coming out of the ground, but it's like coming out of the rocks and stuff. I think there's probably like a cave or something down there. It's a spring of some sort. But this is a steep and treacherous hillside, and I can't decide if it is worth it to try to go down there or not. I want to say probably not. As you can see, it's a very steep cliff behind me, and the water's just coming out from underneath it. It's pretty cool. What a scenic spot. And this is just a prelude of what's to come. As we walk up through here, it's very hard to resist the urge to kind of walk up through this creek bottom because it's really something special, as you can see around me. And the water seems like it's underground in a good portion of the trail. But look at all these neat little places you could explore. And there's just caves and crevices and things. Neat rocks like this one here. It's a lot to take in, but it is kind of a long way to the falls from here, so we want to try to get there at some point today. Is there anything back there?
There's little drips of water.
So right here you can see a good flow of water, and then it comes right around and goes right underneath this rock and disappears, and then you never see it again. So it's really quite interesting. You can see up here there really is an awful lot of flow coming through the creek, and then it just all disappears underground. It's wild. It comes up and then goes down in a few different places down below, but it seems as we walk up the stream there's going to be more water, which is promising for the waterfall we're trying to go see. As much as Kentucky feels like a jungle, there are quite a few familiar specimens here. Check out this big white pine, towering above everything else in the area. There's also a lot of hemlock around here, signs of the adelgid in this area as well. Unfortunately, killing a lot of them, but hey, they're still here now, which is nice. And I imagine they're treating some things in this area. But this white pine is immune to that, so that's awesome. And look, it'll be here for hopefully years to come. Generally speaking, tons of rhododendron, which shouldn't be unfamiliar either. However, for some reason, it seems like the leaves on them are kind of bigger here, and it's just more jungle-like. The more dense amounts of the rhododendrons here also. It's odd that you don't see a lot more of them in bloom. We have seen quite a few in different areas, but here, for whatever reason, they're not. But it is cooler down here inside the gorge, which is why we're here today, because it's supposed to be like 95 degrees elsewhere. And we figured this would be a cooler spot to hike, and it so far has been nice. Check out this big old hemlock here. I think that's as big as any hemlock that I've ever seen. It's incredible. It is still alive, although barely, but there's foliage up at the top. You can just now start to hear the sound of the waterfall up ahead. And I guarantee you, it's going to be awesome. Friends, there is one small perk to this campground, and it's that the Hanson's Arch Trail starts right here. So it's only 0.3 miles. It's not too far. So we're gonna go check it out and see what's up there. It seems like there's a ton of big trees in this area of Kentucky. We just seen a lot on the trail we were on this morning to Copperas Falls. And then look at these big white pines right here. And so you have to wonder if, because the logging railroad built this resort state park and built up the trails and things in this area, it was in their best interest to keep the trees and to maintain the area's beauty. So maybe they didn't do a lot of the logging in this area. Kind of an interesting thought, you know, that a railroad would have appreciated, but they were looking to make money. Let's just be real here. But they appreciated the natural geology of the area, for sure, or at least saw an opportunity there that would last well over 100 years later. So this here is kind of an odd feature. It's basically just a big hole in the ground. There is an arch just right here, and that hole on the other side does kind of come down through. And it's a neat little waterfall and cave type thing. And they have a set of stairs here where I'm gonna try to go down. So hopefully I can keep the dog up here or somehow get the dog down the stairs with me. And we'll check it out. And as you might be able to tell, the water is coming down here and it's going underground, and I'll be honest with you, I have no idea where it comes back out. And here is Hanson's Arch just above me, but then the light coming through on the wall on the other side is that other little hole in the ground. Pretty unique feature in a unique area. If you look at the rock around me, it's got to be sandstone like the rest of everything else around here. But the floor is quite muddy, so it's hard to tell. Here's another view of Hanson's Arch, and there's the waterfall over there. And a set of rickety steps that we climbed down to get down here. Now, there's another little cave-like feature over there. I had kind of thought maybe that was connected in with this, but it's not. So, that's a shame. But, yeah. I guess we're gonna try to get on out of here.